It's week 2 of the National Football.
The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Daniels. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 6 now. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And the fair catch secure here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Daniels on 1st down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Robinson on the inside give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. They're set up at the 35 now. They send the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Commanders getting their first red zone look. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Now Daniels to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Again, Daniels to the air. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Commanders will have a first. Here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. This one's caught.
Whether they meant to go to him or was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, Well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Grupe sends it through. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Detroit getting its offense set for their second try. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Goff on 1st and 10. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Tight end going in motion here. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 48. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets 6 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Daniels now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Robinson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On first down, it's Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing is gone. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense, who was able to get home and get the sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Quick slant, that's Williams. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This finds Moreau. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play fake here, Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New set of downs for him at the 38. A toss now to Robinson.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here's second and 11. They'll get this one to Brown. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Again, Daniels to the air. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it second and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they'll be left with third and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. On fourth down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. Only a 20-yarder here. Groupie sends it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. He's contained at the line for no gain. Nicky Luvu there for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Daniels back to throw. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Commanders with a 1st and 10. Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
On 4th down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders field goal unit. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Groupie sends it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Moore with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion right. 1st down throw from Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. 2nd and 1. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. On 1st down, it's Goff. He lofts it deep left. Brought in inside the 20. They get 37 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Throwing again, it's Goff. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take the lead on that successful kick. Fox now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there. We've arrived at halftime. Going to have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. Now is York to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
They go play action with Goff. And the Commanders get home. They drop in. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Commanders set to take over. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Putting the tight end in motion. Daniels on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds his target, Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, they go with Pollard. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Handoff now to Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Man in motion here. From the gun, it's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. An option give to Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. finds 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They send the tight end in motion. Pollard can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, we do see this happen a good bit, don't we? Especially with better defenses in this league. When they get backed up and they get in situational football like this where they have to get a stop, they just crank it up another notch. Stop the run on first, stop the pass on second, and now, well, the money down. It's all about what you do on third.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He'll throw it. He's on the move, and he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagine it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted. It's a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
On now is York to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All right, set now. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Williams coming in motion right. Goff on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First down from the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a third-quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Fox now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Commanders ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here. This is Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosive.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kirby Joseph picks it.
The best defenses you can go look at through the decades are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing the coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the gun, Goff. Into traffic, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning Williams left. Off play action, Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, and likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Who set it downs for him at the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Now Daniels off the play action. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. On 1st down, it's Goff. This finds Moreau. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down throw from Goff. Complete over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Motioning the tight end now. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Commanders' 7-yard line.
In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way, and it leaves 2 points on the table.
Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays right before the snap. You know, if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Daniels on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Again, Daniels to the air. Has it down close. And that's a Washington touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On is Cade York for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Lions offense returning to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now gone. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now. I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm. But these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Commanders facing a 5-point deficit. They'll come up 1st and 10. Daniels. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll look to throw it. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And they'll try to build on that big stop. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. Looking to throw it. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The Lions get ready to return to the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Another one for Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Again, it's Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand and decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up fourth down. He gets it away now from his own end zone. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Back to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, and not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
To throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.